G'day folks, and welcome to World of Tanks with the Magnificent Margon. Well, today's one's going to be a slightly shorter one than normal. As you can see, I'm in my Stug III on Runeberg. This map for me, I like it, but I don't like it at the same time. When I'm in a fixed turret to TD in this map, I don't feel comfortable, more or less. I don't know what to do a lot of the time. Like, you can stay up here and snipe over the field, sort of, and up through this main roadway if you're in the right position. But at the same time, I can never get the right feel for this map. And it is very, very difficult to do. It can be tough, but nonetheless, I know that I have Kaze in his KV1. Now, when we looked at the lineup on this map, even though XVM said it was going to be, well, a 59% win rate, to us we weren't very confident in that prediction. 2 KV1s and the Churchill 3, very, very strong tanks to be going against. The VK31H, I don't know a lot about. As you can see, I've got the howitzer sort of type of gun on this Stug, which is basically firing nothing but high explosives. Now, the VK31H has come up the top here, which isn't too bad. It's good to have a couple of heavy tanks sometimes come up the top here. The only thing you've got to be aware of is a lot of the medium tanks and light tanks do play around this area. So in a heavy tank, you're a little bit slower than what they are, and it can be quite a challenge. As you can see, for me, the challenge at the moment is to find a target to shoot at, and that's probably the hardest thing to do. Town, well, there's a light tank down there, a couple of mediums down there as well. Looks like our scumbag, one of our scumbags is headed down there as well. So yes and no, it's going to be good. This is where I've just noticed, as you can see, I've wheeled around the T-34 there and went, yeah, I can hit this guy. I hit him, I've detracked him, done 200 damage to him, which is beautiful. That's interesting. It didn't record the full amount of damage on my XVM. So they're saying I did 138. That's different. Then I saw the PZ1C driving through town. Going, okay, well, Kaze, look, there's a light tank down here. I looked at all the mediums that we got, and then I saw the KV1. And that's when alarm bells started going off for me, and that's when I realised Kaze was in a lot more trouble. This KV1's taken full advantage of the fact nobody is really guarding that high road around the outside of Runeberg City. More or less taking the pot shot there, hit the wall and blew that poor guy's wall apart, despite the fact his house has been destroyed anyway. And he's having tanks drive over his whole backyard and everything. I don't know why I was worried. And that PZ is now causing trouble. He's scumbag hunting, and that's why I'm not really that worried about him. KV1, on the other hand, I am worried about, because he's using the howitzer gun and blowing things up. Now there's an A20 coming up behind Kaze. Now they've secured the town, in my opinion. This is where you've secured the town. Taking the pot shot, that A20, yeah, not too bad, only 24 damage. Waited the next one, finished him off with 195 damage. Perfect. That's the sweet spot. That's what I like to see. Now I said to Kaze, I've got your butt. I'm coming up. I'm going to cover this road because the T28 is on the other side of the church, covering the other angle. The cap's in danger, but Kaze is there to watch it. I've come around this corner, bounced a shot off the T70, see the Stug, and go, the Stug is the bigger threat. The T70, I can bounce all day at the moment because of the way I'm angling. And I've got a wall protecting me, so I've taken the Stug out in essence now. Now it's time to get rid of this T70 and make sure that I've secured Kaze's ass. Nice angling there by me, and I've bounced his shot. Finished off the T70. I ummed and ahed and said, look, I'm going to go find this PZ1 and Kaze has said, yeah, okay, but he was also said to me, I'm worried about this KV1. Yeah, okay, because he's a reasonable player. The only thing is, I just knocked him down to one shot from death, which was good. It means that now Kaze is free to do whatever he wants. Now if the Electo hits him, he's probably dead. I was hoping this PC1 would pop out. I really was. Just to sneak around that corner. That's why I fired. But he didn't. Left the Electo to everyone else. The Electo's tried firing at me and failed. Or he was shooting at Kaze, one or two, but I think it was more aim for me. And I think to myself, this is where I need to now chase this PZ down. And as you see, this is going to be a lot of fun for me. Because I am going to chase him. And he thinks, oh yeah, I'm a little light tank, I can four-wheel drive over. Yeah, well, I'm a Stug, I can do the same. A little bit close by that scumbag. Now this is where I'm coming around to line up this shot. When I see him turn right, I think I've got a shot here. I fight just a fraction early. He's now fired into me, and all I heard was Kaze go, ram him, and I've gone, yeah, ram, and rammed him, and him and I are now yelling and screaming, going, rah, pretending we're the Hulk, really, really strong, and having a great time laughing about that, because he stopped dead. Instead of actually running from me, he stopped dead and allowed me just to go, okay, fine. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to ram you because I can. It's not going to worry me. So that was my Stug, guys. Look, I love this tank. I've been having some really good games in it. At the same time, I've been having some really, really, really bad games. But working with Kaze has been helpful. He's helping me grind up this tank, like I do with some of my tanks that I haven't got tiers in at the moment. I'm helping him grind. So it allows for that grace of us to play, because we have so many different tiers we're playing in, and we just go, alright, set up a tank in that tier that's our priority tank. So every tier I've got now a tank in, so then I can go, alright Kaze, pick a tier, and we just pick a tier, and we've got tanks in every tier right to tier 10. That way then, when we come to the situation, Kaze is in his KV1, I'm in my Stug because that's the one I'm working on at the moment, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier for us to work together. But if we don't have tier 5s, we both jump in our KV1s. I have got the KV220. I don't use it as much as I used to. The KV220 has got a lot of troll armor. It's slightly wider KV1 frame though, but it has its advantages. It handles pretty much the same as KV1, just wider. A little bit more armor, and it gets premium matchmaking, which is beautiful. So what's the message to get out of this, guys? Look, pay attention to your maps. Paying attention to the map is probably the key thing to do. I regularly pay attention to the map, and look at it quite a fair bit. As you can see, look, I'll bring up the map here, and when I was over here, I saw guys moving in here, but I also saw the KV1 pop up when he was here, and that's where I had to move. And if I had moved straight to this road instead of weaving through the buildings, I might have had earlier shots on the KV1 and maybe even this PZ1. But it also gave me the advantage to get down here and shoot up the A20 that was coming up behind Kaze, which would have done damage to him, which would have made this game a hell of a lot harder to win. As it is, it was already hard enough with the fact that we had to verse 2 KV1s and an Excelsior. 3 very, very good, strong Russian tanks. It was good that they weren't platooned, and it was only the PZ1 and the T28 platoons, but if they were all platooned together, that would have been a very, very scary team. I have done that team before, and it is frightful. The Churchill 3's rate of fire, very, very good. Having 2 KV1s in front of you, yeah, you can just sit there all day long and use your rate of fire while they bounce the shots for you and keep you alive. And that's how you work sort of a team like that. Now, the other thing that I've been doing a lot lately is I have been showing this backing your teammates up sort of things. and how it is a lot easier with Mumble and talking programs with your mates in platoons, or if you're doing guild stuff or guild stuff, clan stuff in this, and all those sort of things, team battles and whatever else. It is a lot easier with the Mumble stuff. On the other hand, when you're in these sort of situations and these battles, it can be quite handy to watch teammates. A lot of the time I do try to watch people's backs, and I'm starting to do it a little bit more now, but it is getting me killed a lot more, because when I team up with people, a lot of the time I'm finding that they're what's the word to use? They're not experienced enough. So I'm backing up people that are not experienced, and I don't know their abilities and playing styles. Sometimes I back up people and they're brilliant, and they just walk along. Yep, thanks for protecting my back. And it comes down to knowing your vehicles. Know your vehicles, know the performance of your vehicle, and how you can use that vehicle to help others out, and you'll be a better tanker. And that's what I'm striving to do now. I'm striving to make myself a better tanker, to try and help out my teammates, to make my games better, and to make everyone's games better, and have a lot more fun too. So guys, that's it from me for this one. Hope you've enjoyed it. Outside of that, enjoy your games, guys. Happy hunting, and I'll catch you on that battlefield.